how are y'all doing today? Hopefully you had just a good day. You know, we had a pretty decent day here in the woods. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful day. Oh, this chipper, and I talked nice about her. I talked real nice about her yesterday. She's been treating me well, very well, and then today she just kind of punched me right in the lip. I mean, she had a couple fits. The first couple loads went great, and had a little break, so we got some airline action going on. Got the old Flexzilla, Superzilla, Gripzilla, Airzilla, whatever you call that stuff there. And so I can do knives now and get all that done. And it was okay. So everything was going smooth, and then it just like went downhill from there. A chunk of popple really tried to ruin my day, and we straightened that back out. It came in, and it was like a 20-foot chunk, but the last 5 foot decided to somehow make its way backwards and got caught on that flail drum there, and then it decided to smoke the belts and start smoking and squealing and squawking, and I knew something was wrong, so I jumped out and flipped the clutch out, and then I seen the chunk of popple. Half of it came out the conveyor, and the other half I set out here because I just dug it out, but the other half, that chunk there, and it was kind of interesting because the upper feed wheel right here had actually, when that fell down in like this, that feed wheel, when it came down, lodged it in there and created a big old pinch, and it went from right here to here and pinched her in there and locked that drum up. And we kicked the clutch out and come out, and I didn't have a chainsaw, so I had to run to the boss's house, and I grabbed the 372, poured it and polished, and that did the 3 cuts in that piece of popple. And then it wouldn't come out, and then I realized that I had to get up there while a truck driver helped me. I had to lift the yoke up, and then it fell right out. So that was the first mess. Now it's like, yeah, it's 85 degrees in the cab, you know, with no air conditioning. You're running about 45, nice and cool. And then I'm chipping, you know, everything's going great. Woke up, it was just like every other day. And then all of a sudden, I noticed there's smoke coming off my muffler. And it was coming off my muffler, and I'm trying to look, and I seen it coming off the turbos. And there's one each side. And I knew I had some serious problems, and I've been through this predicament before. And it wasn't a fire on the top of the motor, which I've had those. I could tell because I couldn't smell nothing burning. That was the first thing. When you have fires out here, okay, when you have a fire on this machine, you instantly know, your nose tells you there is something burning on this machine. And it's just how it is with fires and equipment, and scary out here in the woods. So I knew I had troubles, and I knew it wasn't a chip fire or wood fire, so I jumped, I ran out, and then I seen the mess, the chaos, the utter destruction. I was going to shut everything down as fast as I could. I shut that motor down as fast as I could. I don't know why, because that didn't have nothing to do with it. There's nothing hydraulics driven off that little motor. But what had happened was that filter right there, the O-ring blew out. The seal blew out. And instead of blowing this way or this way, it blew that way. And when it blew that way, it got on the belts of the chipper disc. And when it got on the belts of the chipper disc, it blew up into there. Okay, it blew all the way up into there. And then, with all the air moving around because of the radiator, it decided to blow it up there. Get to where you can see here. And it got all up into there. Luckily, I caught it right away. I mean, we got lucky today. And if you would have not been paying attention, you could have had a real catastrophe. I mean, just an epic catastrophe, because I've had fires on a skidder, timberjack, the old Cummins, when it blew a line under the hood and blew it right in the turbo, she just ignites. So I caught it right away, luckily, and it wasn't spraying a whole lot. It was just flinging some up there. You can kind of tell we got a little black stuff here. It's just a little wet all over in here from that thing. So we caught it right away, and that's the trick, is catching them early. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You got to be paying attention. And I'm always looking back this way. Even though I'm chipping this way, you're always looking back this way, because you got a whole lot going on that you can't see or hear when you're up in there. So shut her down, found out it was a filter, got the filter ordered, and yeah, oil was good and hot, so it was fun to change, of course. And yeah, we got her changed out and we're back up and running, but by that time it was even hotter. And that chipper guy was exhausted. So the next problem you have if you run a chipper or something belt driven, you know exactly what happened. These belts are wanting to slip. And so last load took me a while. You feed it a little bit and then you stop it, and you feed it a little bit and stop it till you get to the tops. Then you let her eat, and then you feed it a little bit and stop it and feed it, and you're just playing games with her the whole time. Taking it easy on the old girl. That's what you gotta do. You gotta take it easy on her sometimes. And she wanted to be babied this afternoon. Even though she's gonna have a 3-day weekend, she still wanted to be babied. So it was a day. I was exhausted. By the end of it, I was done sweating and everything else, and yeah, I'm ready to go home. Let's just say that. But we did get started on the process. Here's the most important thing: is we got started. You see how shiny she is up there? We got the on there, whatever you want to call it, pump on there, and the condenser has to go on back of the cab, which we weren't expecting for it to go. We wanted it to bolt next to the cab. That didn't work. So at least we were able to get the lines measured out and all that stuff, so that we're able to now get the lines ordered, which means that we can get the lines here, which that's what we're waiting on anyways. We have the other parts, we still don't have the lines, so we got to get the lines put on it, and maybe then we'll be sitting in a nice cool cab. Until then, it's just a giant dust ball. It gets all over you and itches, and I don't know. It feels like you got ticks crawling all over you. I swear I have it on my neck, but I think it's just sawdust itching me like crazy. But here's a trick I did. Here's a sweet trick. It happened on accident. It was a complete accident, but it worked out totally in my favor. And if Josh, if you're watching this, this is just how it worked out. Okay, it wasn't on purpose. I thought I had the same air fittings as the other chipper. Okay, these are E's. I thought they were the same as the other chipper, but it didn't turn out that way. And they didn't have some fittings I needed. Oh, you little rascal, it won't clip for me. But they didn't have the right male and female ends, so we had to get a couple, coupler deals, because that's just how it worked out, because that's just how the way it just goes. You just keep rolling. You just keep rolling. So what had happened was I got some different ends, which means this. Here's the best thing in the world. That, does that sound killing you? It's driving me nuts. That means that this is the only chipper with that style fitting on it. And you're like, well, John, why does that matter? Well, a few of you have already figured it out. Dr. Handsome can't come and take any of my air tools off from this chipper now, because it's totally different. He still might try if he doesn't watch this video. But if he comes and tries to take an air wand or an impact or something that I'm using, it ain't gonna work. He's gonna go to hook it up and he's gonna get a headache. And so these are all different. Both of these are different than the shop fittings. We kind of have them all different. It's not totally a bad thing. And if you ever dealt with anything like that, it's not a real bad thing, because everybody has different ones. Therefore, everyone doesn't steal each other's tools. So yeah, that's what's going on today. The bearings, it's in there. It's in it for the long haul. How long is the long haul? I don't know. But she's definitely crooked in there. And hopefully that lasts till we're out of here, because it's not going to be easy to work on. But we're going to have to, we got to do some more fine tuning to this girl. But once we get a few of these things tuned in, figured up, it's going to come, it's going to work. and we're just slowly pecking away. This right here is scaring me, right here. I think that's leaking out of that crimp. That doesn't make me happy. I think we're leaking out of the crimp on that one. We're going to keep an eye on it. Let's keep an eye on that one. See what we come up with. But that's today. Today was a long day. A long, hot day. So yeah. I'm going to keep rolling. You all keep rolling. Even when I stick the camera in the sunshine, you can't see jack squat. Even when a tripper tries to burn itself down. We had an eye on her today. We had a couple smoke roll-ins that I was hustling up there. And, yep, still alive, still kicking, didn't fall. I mean, we should have races. Oh, man, we should do that. We should have a race between me and Josh. It's a bad idea. We should have a race between me and Josh. Who can run from the front of the chipper to the back of the chipper, on the chipper. Who can do it the fastest? Comment below if we need to make that video. Because, it probably wouldn't be a good idea because he's probably gonna get hurt because he has that luck. So, which means I would win because after you walk up and down this thing, it's kind of comical to watch somebody get up there and try to help you with something and they don't know where to step. But after you've walked from the front to the back with stuff on fire for years, it's like your legs know where they're going. So. Should we have a chipper race, front to back? That would make my day. I don't know if you all think it's funny, but I think it's hilarious. I would totally enjoy doing it. So anyways, I'm going to get going. Hopefully I can't even talk. I'm picturing Josh up there. I had heard rumors today. There was a couple complaints. One truck driver texted me with a complaint. Josh had his shirt off over there chipping. And he said, isn't there something in the handbook about, keeping their shirts on? And I says, I don't know, but Josh should know better. He can't be out in the sun with no shirt on. He's going to get burnt, and that's not good. So I probably should have called him and told him to put his shirt on, just for safety reasons. Even though he's hot, I don't know his air conditioning situation. I haven't been over there in a couple days. He's been without supervision. And there's clothes flying over there, and he's going to get burnt, and we don't need that. That was what I heard today. But if I could get him to run across without his t-shirt on, then it would just be just a riot. But you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Just keep rolling. Even when it fights you, you get super hot. Hopefully you all have a wonderful day. Thanks.